Have you felt any more pressure than usual this season playing in your draft year and many expecting you to go high in the first round?
I think so. Coming into the year, there's more expectation, for myself, from the outside world and put on myself, being the captain and it being my draft year. But it's been a lot of fun. Pressure is something that, you got to look in a positive, mindset, and, I've had a lot of fun with this year, so, I can't complain.
How would you define your game and what are your strengths?
I'm a skilled forward. I'm a guy who loves to use my creativity. I feel like I have really good speed, and when I have a chance, I feel like I have a good shot to put it in the back of the net. But probably my main thing is I'm fun to watch.
All right. Do you expect to make an impact? The impact you did as a 16-year-old, and how much confidence did that give you during that season?
Yeah, it was good. A 16-year-old coming into the league, I didn't even play in my midget years, so I really had no idea what to expect, out of myself. But I was lucky. The coaching staff put a lot of trust in me, and I got to play with a couple great players. One being Wasey Hamilton, and they really showed me the ropes. So it just gave me a lot of confidence. Going into getting a camp invite to the U18s and just coming back as a 17-year-old, it just made it that much easier.
Coach Clouston said that you broke your leg, so you went essentially from bantam to major junior. What was that year off like for you in the transition?
It was pretty tough. It was the third game in my midget season, and I got hit. I think it was the first shift in the second period, and I knew something was wrong right away. And it was something that was pretty tough. But I've always been a kid who tries to look at the positives in life. My sister has diabetes, and I always say to myself, what she would have to go through, or what she would do to just have a broken leg for 1 year and not have to worry about that disease is something that I keep in the back of my mind. And I tried to make sure that I never let it get to me. I was just positive throughout the whole thing, and everything worked out in the end.
Sounds like she probably has a big influence on your life. Is she one of the contributors for motivation for hockey, and is there another influence in your life for hockey?
Yeah, I think my sister is the main influence on myself. She's my older sister, so she's always kind of looked after me, and having diabetes, she has kind of a tough luck, I guess, with having that disease, but she never makes an excuse for anything, and she's the most positive person I know. So I'm lucky enough to have learned from a great older sister my whole life, and she means a lot to me.
Has anyone given you any advice throughout your hockey career, an impact person or something that's stuck on your mind?
I think my parents would probably be the main people. My dad, he always taught me, if you love the game, just work hard and, really enjoy it, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to stop playing hockey at some time, and, every time you get on the ice, you make sure you enjoy it, and, that's probably the main thing. And, obviously my mom, always taught me to do those things too, so I'm pretty lucky to have both of them.
You were cut from the juniors this year. What was that like for you, and how did you grow from it?
It was pretty tough. I've never been cut from a hockey team before, and being, I guess, the last cut from the team was something that was pretty tough. And I felt like I had a good camp and played my game, and really gave myself a good opportunity to be on that team. But at the end of the day, there's ups and downs that everyone goes through in life, and I just tried to handle it with being a positive person, and not putting the blame on other people, just allowing it to drive me to be a better hockey player. So every time I'm on the ice and in the weight room, it's always in the back of my mind.
How has the WHL prepared you for the NHL?
It's the best league in the world, junior league in the world, I think. You play 72 games. It's the most similar schedule to the NHL. We're on the bus, and you just really become a pro down here. You play against older guys coming into the league, and you just really realize what are the main things you need to work on. And the main thing about the Dub too is it's a lot of fun. You meet some great people here, and I've met some great lifelong friends now, and I can't say enough about everything that WHL has given me.
How excited are you for draft day?
I'm very excited. It's been a day from a young age that I've looked forward to my whole life, and just the opportunity to hear my name get called, and get up and hug my mom, dad, and sister, and just really know that the hard work that I've put in for the first 18 years of my life has really paid off. But at the same time, what you do after the draft is just as important as what you do before it. So that's something that I have to keep in mind.
How many people will be coming with you?
I think that there's going to be about 30 people, so we're going to have quite a few people. I have a lot of close family and friends, and they all want to be there for that day. So it's going to be a fun weekend, and I can't wait for it.
Does it matter who takes you, or at all? Or no?
No, not really. At the end of the day, you just want to hear your name get called, and I know for a fact that whatever team takes me, my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister will have a new favorite team. So whatever team takes me, I'm going to be very honored, and I just can't wait to play for that team someday.
If it's the Flames, I guess that'd be kind of cool for you, right? Being closer to home.
It would be pretty neat. Just playing in the Saddle Dome, and we've had season tickets from a young age, so I've seen so many games there, and my dad worked for the Hitmen, so I've been around the players my whole life, and to have that opportunity to play in my hometown and help that team win would be something that I'll never forget.
How did playing with Emerson Edom help make you a better player?
He was unbelievable. He really dominated this league last year. He's so fast. He's so physically strong and a great shot. And to be able to learn from him day in and day out last year was pretty unbelievable. I'm very fortunate. We keep talking, and he's kind of been through the same process as I'm going through now. So he's taught me a lot of things, and he's kind of made this year a little bit easier on myself, and told me what to focus on and what really not to focus on.
You were that close to scoring 50, and were kind of devastated when you didn't. Is that indicative of how focused you are at achieving goals?
I think so. Coming into the year last year, I definitely wanted to score 50 goals, and I think that I kind of, I don't know, overachieved, but everything last year seemed to really go well, and obviously in that last game it wasn't an easy task to get 4 goals, but I think I had a hat trick in 2 periods, and I almost got to 50 with the empty net. But at the end of the day, I talked to my dad after the game, and I just told him that for whatever reason, the man above just didn't want me to get that goal, and I kind of looked back on it, and maybe it was the goal that allowed me to score the hat trick goal to give Canada the bronze medal in the U18s, and if that at the end of the day was pretty exciting too.
Cool. So I guess with that being said, would you be upset if you didn't go in the first round of the draft?
I think coming into the year, I've been looked at as a first-round draft pick, and throughout this whole year, I think that I've worked hard to really solidify myself in that round. Personally, that's where I want to go, and I'm just working hard every day to make sure that happens. So hopefully I've done enough this year to not have to worry about that come draft day.
Last question. What's going to go through your mind, or who or what will you be thinking of when from the Medicine Hat Tigers, Hunter Shinkaruk is called out on draft day?
I just got chills when you said that. I really don't know. I'll probably just look back at the memories of me being a little kid and going out with my parents and skating, and I just love to skate. I would wake my dad up at 5:30 every Sunday to go take me to shinny, and it was just it's just something that I love to do. And when I was younger, we'd always go up to my lake for the draft, and one time I brought a suit up. I was probably about 9 years old. My mom asked me why, and I told her that I was going to replay the draft day and have me being drafted. So it's been something that I've looked forward to from a young age, and to actually have my name being called and to hug my parents, and I think I might cry. I get pretty emotional when I talk about it, so hopefully I don't cry on TV, but it's going to be something that will be unbelievable.
Good stuff.